This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Hello and welcome to the Noble Leaders League. I am Kjotleik. This is the second division game between Washington and Hatshepsut. Washington 6th in the league with his 3 points after a win and a draw his first 2 games. Hatshepsut number 9 with 2 points after a win and a loss. Starting positions. This is Washington. He is on the east side of the starting continent, the eastern continent, the huge one. Some gems in the jungle, there is oil close by, dyes, cows, there's aluminum, and there is wheat, and there is also some incense and an oasis here, and some floodplains up there. We see there is a lot of green land, some jungle, a lot of forests down here. You also have access to get over to this part, this little island here, and once he has access here he can cross the date line to get over here and have access also to this part. So there is a lot of land and good green land available from the start here, in addition to all the southern part here, and of course up north he can also go and get some good places. Now, where can Hatshepsut open? Oh my. 1, 2 marbles, 1, 2 stones, there is iron, there is clams, there is fish and some cows, there is also some floodplains and also some floodplains inside of here, which is good for food, oil and incense and stuff. She could also go up the coastline, there is whale and fish up there. Down here, yeah, we see some rivers but not that many resources. And she cannot reach across to this continent, it is off limits until astronomy. She could go up here if she wanted to then, there are horses up here, but that is about it, I think. Right, so in order to figure out who is going to win this game, we have to start it. And off we go. This is Washington versus Hatshepsut. Hatshepsut has Buddhism already and she is pleased with Washington. Turn 50 is almost here, there it is, 2 cities for Washington, 3 cities for Washington, Hatshepsut has 2. And Washington is a lot stronger than Hatshepsut in the beginning as well, I don't think that matters too much. The expansion is 4 cities Washington, 3 Hatshepsut, and we are closing into turn 100. 1-5, 4-4 in the cities, they are in different religions. And turn 115 comes around for 1 ID and 7 Washington cities, 5 Hatshepsut cities. At that point Washington has founded a city in that continent down southeast, and he has also gone all the way to the west by going east, by the way, and settled a city on that island over there. 9 cities Washington, 6 cities Hatshepsut, and Hatshepsut can still go up north to that little Arctic island up there. Washington 11 cities, Hatshepsut 6. 1.2 times as strong, turn 165 now. This is probably going to be a peaceful game. I should perhaps mention Washington is in Hinduism right now. That is a Hatshepsut founded religion, by the way. Going for theology now, Hatshepsut is on horseback riding and getting towards divine right. Washington is going for machinery. 12 cities for Washington, 8 for Hatshepsut, 13 cities for Washington. He is good at expansion now. The question is, are they now soon going to go for astronomy to get into the new world, or will they figure something else out? Both are on engineering. 13 cities, Washington, he has a bigger empire, and Washington is going towards astronomy now. Washington is going towards astronomy, Hatshepsut is on civil service. Washington gets astronomy, going for gunpowder, now he can expand into the new world to settle it. 13 cities to 8 is going to become a lot more for Washington pretty soon, I think. Going for education as well, Hatshepsut is on paper, Washington goes straight for liberalism. Now Hatshepsut is on optics, but Washington is settling cities in the new world. Washington is setting cities in the new world. He has already settled 3 there in the middle. You can see the minimap, 16 cities to 8. Hatshepsut is only a few turns away from astronomy herself though, as Washington gets corporation, and Washington has settled another city, 17 to 8. And it looks like Washington has taken the best spots then, at least those he chose for himself. Let's see when Hatshepsut's first city gets founded in the New World. She has not yet done it. 20 cities for Washington going for rifling, and there Hatshepsut has her 9th city in the New World and her 10th. So she is in the settling race now as well, but with 21 cities Washington, 22 cities Washington, and 10 Hatshepsut. Washington has the biggest empire. He has more of everything, I guess. Turn 290, which means that Washington could be pulling ahead here. At least he has a chance to do it. I don't know if they are ever going to go to war against each other, but if there is a peaceful game, Washington should even take advantage of that, either going into space or winning culture or whatever. He has the biggest empire. He can do what he wants now. I think 26 to 16 Hatshepsut has gotten some units, some cities back, closer to Washington now. 17 cities now for Hatshepsut, going for the chemistry, steam power for Washington. Washington on steel, 29 cities to 17. If this is a peaceful game, Hatshepsut can of course go for culture still and win the game, if she wants to try to do that. Turn 326, 327 now. Washington adopts emancipation. Okay, 29 cities to 17. Hatshepsut gets physics and railroads for Washington. Military tradition Hatshepsut. Washington is only 2 times as strong as Hatshepsut, but I don't think he focuses on military right now. Going for combustion, Hatshepsut is on rifling, 29 cities to 17. I think not that many more cities will be founded, and it looks like it's going to be a peaceful game through and through, but there is no guarantees for that, of course. Washington, we don't know how Washington feels about Hatshepsut. All we know from looking at the screen is that Hatshepsut is pleased towards Washington. Washington now going for electricity. Hatshepsut is on steam power. 29 to 17 cities still, and there is the Diplo victory for Washington. Hatshepsut was pleased enough that she gave it away, and I cannot really blame her for that. Washington was the biggest one. He was better at expansion. He had the strongest military. He had a lot more cities than Hatshepsut, so I think that this was a deserved victory for Washington. The fact that it was a diplomatic victory, that is not something that concerns me at the moment. He had the biggest empire. He was the biggest dog on the map. He deserved a win no matter what, so congratulations to Washington for the 2 points. The peaceful game ended with Washington winning a Diplo win, so let's take a look at the statistics. First, the graphs. Score, Washington was number 1, so I think it was a deserved victory. GNP, here we see Hatshepsut. Oh, did she really try to go for culture in this win? In this game, a cultural victory. Manufacturing was pretty even until late game here, where Washington went ahead. Food, Washington was best the whole game. Power, Washington was best the whole game. Culture, yeah, it looks like Hatshepsut may have gone for culture, but you shouldn't give away a Diplo win if you try to win by culture, you know. Espionage, Washington was best. Demographics, we see Washington with 1300 GNP, Hatshepsut with almost 4000 GNP. And the population, 35.2 million for Washington, 17.3 million for Hatshepsut. Top 6 cities and wonders, 2 BC wonders, Stonehenge and Mahabodhi, both in Thebes. Hatshepsut, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top 6 cities, and Washington just getting onto the list with the 6th city, Houston. Then, statistics, Washington, 30 cities built, 2 golden ages, currently 32 lumber mills, 30 towns and 26 windmills. You built in your cities 29 granaries, 25 lighthouses, 23 theaters, all the way down to 3 Buddhist temples. Let's go page down. Shwedagon Empire, Great Library, Colossus, Statue of Zeus, and the Apostolic Palace. Your current units then, 49 riflemen, 38 workers, 38 infantries, down to a crossbowman. You built a total of 40 workers, 31 settlers, 27 riflemen, 24 archers. 2 great prophets is there, page down, and all the way down to a great merchant. You killed, let's confirm, 5 privateers, 4 frigates, and you lost 8 privateers, 1 frigate, and 1 galleon. So, Hatshepsut's numbers, 16 cities built, 7 religions founded, 1 golden age, 29 windmills, 24 towns and 17 farms. Currently, you built in your cities 14 granaries, 13 lighthouses and 10 of a whole bunch of stuff. 3 Christian cathedrals, page down. Meier statues here, Versailles, Angkor Wat, Hagia Sophia, Sistine Chapel, Spiral Minaret, Taj Mahal is here, Statue of Liberty is here, you built an academy. Military academy as well, Temple of Artemis, page down. Temple of Solomon, University of Sankor, Mausoleum of Masolos, that's a good one. You got the pyramid, Stonehenge, Great Lighthouse, Hanging Gardens, the Oracle, and Notre Dame. A lot of good stuff there for Hatshepsut. Currently, you have 18 workers, 17 riflemen, 13 longbowmen, all the way down to a caravel. You did build 19 archers, 19 settlers, and then 18 of longbowmen, workers, and Buddhist missionaries, all the way down to 2 cavalry there. Let's go page down. And horse archer, 1 horse archer at the end here. Let's confirm the kills, 8 privateers, a frigate and a galleon, and then the losses, 5 privateers and 4 frigates. So, let's go take a look at the victory screen and the cities. The victory conditions screen, we see that Washington was far away from the land area, and Hatshepsut has almost the same number of land tile as Washington when it comes to domination. Conquest, nothing close. We see that she did probably try to go for culture here. 42 turns left and 41 turns left for those 2 cities. So she should not have voted for Washington. It's as easy as that. Why did she do that? Well, diplomatic victory. She has only a positive 4 and pleased. Years of peace, years supplied with resources, open borders. She did vote for him though, which means that he managed to win, because we see here that it requires 23 votes. So Washington only had 13 himself, so Hatshepsut did vote for him in order for him to win. That is guaranteed that she did. Let's take a look at Washington's cities now, the 29 cities that he ended the game with. Let's sort by population and make sure we are at the top, yes. Chicago 18, Cincinnati 18, then San Francisco, Houston, St. Louis 17. Building Oxford University in Houston, a lot of factories is being built and a few units as well. Pittsburgh size 6, go to the bottom, let's see Pittsburgh, there's Pittsburgh, so 3 cities on page 2 then, all building lighthouse and granary, so buildings. Let's take a look at the cities of Hatshepsut while we're at it. Hatshepsut, okay. Okay, yeah, well, that's it. 17 cities for Hatshepsut. Let's take a look and sort them by population. Thebes top with pop 18, Heliopolis, Giza, and Hierakonpolis 15, and we see that she's building some units here. She's also trying to get the Kremlin and a few buildings, but mostly units, cavalry and stuff. Okay, so that's it for this game. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. Washington then, number 1 in the league, temporarily with his 5 points and a positive 8 score per turn difference. Hatshepsut still number 9 with her 2 points and a negative 3. Next up is Hammurabi versus Victoria in just a few minutes. I hope to see you then. This has been Kjotleik. Bye for now.